Once they are here or there, it is nearly impossible to get them out. And that is the issue. I don't know how they could have stopped that besides maybe military force and shooting people. I genuinely don't know, but they're not coming to live a better life. That's not what that is. That's just simply an invasion. We need to be cracking down on our borders. And I believe this for everyone. I don't believe in just protecting the United States. I want everyone else to be protected too. He's one of the most evil, narcissistic, cold-blooded murder sociopath that we have on the planet right now. The irony is he wasn't able to turn around and face just a couple respectable people whose lives were affected by that. He was also, you can't decide the lives of people around the world and to shut down schools and to make up rules about masking that you made up the week of and basically destroy people's lives. All it was about power and money.
Tell us, what is your reaction of what is happening currently in Spain, in Ceuta? Over 60,000 illegals crossing in one day. How do Americans feel about this?
We're horrified, to be honest. My entire newsfeed yesterday was just this, and this is competing news considering I think we all know what's going on with Dr. Anthony Fauci right now. But it's horrific. I posted on X, it looks like a scene from World War Z. This is what happens when you have a socialist in charge and you say, yeah, we're going to give amnesty to apparently as many people that can come and fit in this place. I don't know what else it is. And so, yeah, that is the outcome. It's horrific to see. I see there's already videos coming out of people, locals being assaulted. Crime is already starting to rise. But when you look at the people who are coming, you notice I don't see any women or children. And not everyone can be refugees. It's just not how it works. It's just people who I believe are going to be violent and dangerous, military-age men coming and invading, countries. That's what they do. It's what we're seeing all over.
Amelia, do you see parallels between what is happening currently in Spain and what happened on the U.S. southern border under Biden administration?
Yeah, so when we had completely open borders, we had similar videos that were coming out of you just see just thousands and thousands of people flooding in. If you look at the data online, which I don't believe, they said that, maybe 8 to 10 million people came in illegally under the Biden administration. I don't believe that. I see it. We see it when it comes to even traffic. I believe it was closer to 30. And in one day, I think we let about like 16,000 people in. So yeah, I do see the invasion that we had here. And the biggest issue, and I cannot send this point home enough, once they are here or there, it is nearly impossible to get them out. And that is the issue. I don't know how they could have stopped that besides maybe military force and shooting people. I genuinely don't know, but they're not coming to live a better life. That's not what that is. That's just simply an invasion.
What do you think will America look with Kamala right now? Do you think we could see the same images that we're seeing in Spain those days? Or even worse?
Look, the only shot at saving America or any other countries is voting as far right as possible. That is truly it. We need to be cracking down on our borders. And I believe this for everyone. I don't believe in just protecting the United States. I want everyone else to be protected too. What I don't understand is, these people claim that they're fleeing these horrible places. And it's like, so why are we letting them in to make our places horrible as well? It doesn't make any sense. And really, you see it in the UK. Sometimes it's similar in America. You get to come here, you get to break the laws. We give you free food, free shelter, a debit card. You can commit crimes and not even be deported the first time or have consequences. And I'm like, the only thing I can say is vote as far right as possible. Yeah, I do believe if look how much damage under 4 years the Democrats have done and how many innocent American lives have been lost. And I'm like, look, if Republicans or the far right whoever wins in the, doesn't win in these elections, this is what you're going to see. This is going to continue to happen, and countries are going to fall. They're going to cease to exist. There's, 50 plus Muslim countries for these people to go there. If they're fleeing all of them and they're all so bad, then why should we be accepting them to make our countries just like theirs?
We have seen this week other news, very interesting news, and one of this news was Dr. Fauci testifying in front of the Senate. What were the most important moments of that hearing for you? And did he finally give any real answers?
I was going to say there's not a lot of real important moments considering he pled the fifth on quite literally everything, which I don't think is going to work out in his favor. He was also, you can't decide the lives of people around the world and to shut down schools and to make up rules about masking that made up the week of and basically destroy people's lives. And then when it comes down to it, plead the fifth. Now, I tend to have an issue with presidents being able to pardon people. I am not a huge fan of that rule, period. I believe if you are a Democrat or Republican, you do something that needs pardoning. I don't know. I don't think he should be protected. I think he's the epitome of he should be serving life in jail along with all the other people. I mean, thousands, if not millions of people who made tons of money and benefited off poisoning Americans, but not only just Americans. These rules apply to people around the world. I mean, how many people lost loved ones? I remember having to sneak into a hospital to see my father and almost getting arrested. And I refused to get the vaccine. And, that was a choice I made. But I understand that a lot of people did have a choice. And, now they have health issues. People are passing away. We saw for years all these athletes suddenly, dropping on the fields.
Let's
The
let's
only thing, yeah.
let's watch this video because this is a remarkable moment of Senator Bernie Moreno, which shows Fauci and brings the victims of COVID restrictions and vaccine mandates and people like you that were canceled for refusing to vaccinate. Let's watch the video. It's very interesting.
Can you do me a favor in the audience and stand up if during the time of the COVID pandemic, you were called a racist for calling the virus a Wuhan virus or the China virus? If you thought the 6-foot rule was total crap, if you thought the vaccine wasn't something that you should take, if you thought it was outrageous the way the mask policy was rolled out, if you were fired from your job for not taking that vaccine, including members of the military, if you thought closing schools was catastrophically stupid, and that you thought that during these times saying these things made you somehow a lesser human being. Dr. Fauci, can you just turn around and look at the people behind you? You're not willing to do that?
What are your feelings watching Dr. Fauci not even being able to watch all these people, victims from his ego and stupid, crazy madness
Yeah,
mandate?
he's one of the most evil, narcissistic, cold-blooded murder sociopath that we have on the planet right now. The irony is he wasn't able to turn around and face just a couple respectable people whose lives were affected by that, but he was able to turn around and, see what his lawyer needed. He was able to do that. This just shows he has no respect for people. He never did. All it was about power and money, which is what most things are about.